Hello guys, welcome back to another brand new video. Today we've got a race on F1 2021. We are playing in career mode and we are driving on the Ferrari and we're racing around Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. So we're about halfway into our career mode and I just decided to record it because it was a pretty fun race and I just thought I might as well start uploading something. It's better than nothing, so I'm going to start uploading more videos for F1 while I sort out my financial situation to get a new laptop so I can start making the go-karting videos, because those files are a bit too big for me to make a video with. But anyways, enough chit chat, we're going to go straight into the video. So we're going to go straight into qualifying here, and we're going to skip to Q3 because Q1 and Q2 don't really matter. Obviously we've already made it into Q3, so those are pretty much negligible. But we're going to start our first flying lap here, flat out through Abbey there, and you're going to see that we go a little bit deep into the farm section here. In fact, more or less actually the third turn. There you go, a little bit deep, but it's not too consequential, if that's even a word. But we're now going down Village and towards Brooklands and Lovefields. So let's see how we do here. Like I said before, our car was suffering from a little bit of a loose rear end. It was sliding around a lot, so it made driving the car very, very difficult. And unfortunately, I set the downforce a bit too high on the front end rather than the rear, so I was struggling a lot during qualifying. And I was actually quite surprised that we were able to set some competitive laps. But anyways, going through Maggots and Beckett's here, we hit the apexes, but we got a little bit too deep in the second corner of Beckett's there. But now we're heading towards, we're on the Hanger Straight and heading towards Stowe here. And let's see how we do. Not bad, not bad. And all we got to do is keep it tidy going into Vale and Club. Chuck it into the right, and we're gonna just have to wait and see how we do crossing the finish line, and we get a 126.079. We're going straight into the second lap of qualifying 3. We do actually manage to improve here, which you will see. I was feeling a lot more confident driving the car, but it was still very unstable on the rear end, which you will see going into the first corner, Abbey here. We do have to correct a little bit of oversteer, just ever so slightly, which may affect the lap a little bit. And then we're going to go a little bit deep into the third corner here in Farm, but it doesn't matter. Luckily our delta is negative actually rather, which means we are improving on our lap time, and we actually managed to set a purple first sector, which was quite surprising actually. I wasn't really expecting my performance to be up there to that level, and it was quite encouraging, which means that we were probably in contention for pole position. All we have to do now is pretty much just keep the rest of the lap tidy, going through Cops here, a little bit of a lift. We can't really go flat out through that. I did try actually, and I did manage to spin out during Q2. But anyways, through Maggots and Beckett's, we managed to hit every single apex here very cleanly. So big improvement compared to the first lap there. And we are now up by 2/10, and we've already got a personal best in the second sector. So it's all down to us in this final sector now. What can we do? We're just going to have to wait and see. Going into, I believe it's Village. Forgive me if I'm wrong, if I'm getting all my corners wrong here. But just going to have to sit tightly now, and we're going to cross the finish line. And now the anticipation is going to kill us right now. We want to see where we've qualified, but the game just won't bloody load. And here we go. Oh, no, hang on, we've got to skip this part here. There we go, P2. We qualified P2, which was very surprising, very encouraging. 3 Brits on the front. Yes, that's what I meant. 125.7, a tenth off the pole position. So here we are lining up on the grid in P2, waiting for the 5 red lights to go out, and lights out and away we go. We get a good launch off the grid there, and we get up into P1 momentarily, but Norris is going to come back, and he's already made some contact with us, and we lose some control in the car, which means we've actually made some contact with Hamilton, and we get a bit of a warning for that collision. And we've just been informed that our internal combustion engine is suffering from some serious wear, so we're down on some power, which means we've got our job cut out for us for this whole race, and it's just the opening few opening few corners of this Grand Prix. So we're going to have to see what we can do with this low power. We're in P2, which means we're in contention for a podium, and we've also got a high downforce setup, unfortunately, which means that we've got increased drag and low power, and Hamilton's already charging back at us, and we keep the inside going into Stowe. He backs off, not exactly feeling like overtaking just yet with the cold tyres, especially with the gloomy weather here, but we're going into Maggots and Beckett's. We're feeling some heavy pressure coming from behind. We've got Hamilton, Sainz and Bottas, 3 top tier drivers in very fast cars, especially the 2 Mercs there, so we're going to have to really defend hard against these 3 guys here, and we're going to have to accept our fate and let go of P1. Norris is already charging ahead in P1, which means he's most likely about to win this race, unless by some miracle something else happens and he doesn't win. But we're just going to have to wait and see. He already sets the fastest lap of the race there. He's blistering off, and we are still in P2, which is great news for us. So skipping ahead into lap 2, we actually get our first warning here for exceeding track limits. We unfortunately cut the corner a little bit too much there, and that's not the only warning that we get. But Hamilton's already applying some pressure onto us. He's going to try and overtake going into Maggots, which is very, very brave of him. But luckily for both of us, actually, we managed to stay on track and not crash out. I really don't know what he was thinking. To be honest, he's still stuck in 2021 mode. He's still scared of Max Verstappen, even though I'm not Max Verstappen. There's nothing to worry about. No need to take such big risks. But we've actually got a second warning for exceeding track limits, so that means we are 1 warning away from receiving a 3-second penalty for exceeding track limits, which means we have to drive with absolute precision from now on. But anyways, going through the first corner, we've started the 3rd lap, which means DRS is now enabled from this lap, and Hamilton's right behind our rear end, which means going through the village straight, he's going to get DRS, and we get a little bit of oversteer there, which means our momentum going through village might be a little bit compromised. We're checking behind us, and we're now defending our inside line going into Brooklands and Luffield here. We squeeze him on the exit, so we defended very nicely there, stopped him from overtaking us for P2. So good job from us over here. Alright, we're skipping ahead to lap 5, and I've got good news for you racing fans here. The battle is far from over, and Hamilton is right behind our gearbox now, and we're going through the hangar straight, and you can see our tyres are completely shot. They are worn out to the max, and Hamilton's superiority with his AMG engine and the DRS combined together is like an absolute rocket ship. So he's taking P2, but we're going to send it down the inside going into what's it called, Vale and Club. Oh god. So we've taken P2 back from Hamilton. Absolutely sensational racing from us here, and it's not over. Hamilton's going to send it down the inside going into the first corner. So he's overtaken us again, and then we just started the next lap, and we're going to send it down the inside again. Oh god, I sound like Crofty, and I don't even like him. I don't like the way he commentates, and I'm commentating exactly like him, saying the same shit, but still, the action is packed, it's jam-packed. We've taken back P2, and now we're leading the race since Norris has pitted for a new fresh set of tyres, which I'm actually very surprised about since he started on mediums. I thought he would have gone a lot further than that, especially considering that we're on the softs and we're still out on the track. Oh look, we've set a green first sector. Somehow we've done that whilst battling Hamilton, which means we've still got some performance left in us, but we are losing some grip so badly. And also, I forgot to mention that the defence against Hamilton going through farm has given Sainz the opportunity to overtake Hamilton. So we've kind of helped our teammate here, and he's going to overtake us here. We're not going to fight it too much, obviously, because he's our teammate, and our pit box is now open. So we're going to peel off into the pits shortly after this corner here, and here we go, we've peeled off into the pits now. Just going to make sure I don't send it too hard into the pit lane, and we just about get it right here. And now we can just take a little bit of a breather, just to take a break from that action-packed carnage fighting against Hamilton. I do apologise for that little blip in the clip. I had to pause the clip just to restart the recording. I'm literally recording straight from my Xbox. I don't have any capture cards or anything. So anyways, that's a bit of a tangent there. But good pit stop there, 2.5 seconds. And just got to make sure that we set some good lap times as soon as we exit the pits, just to cover off Hamilton and Sainz, who will probably be pitting in within the next bloody lap. God, all that action has got my tongue in a twist, and apparently my knickers in a twist as well. Anyways, we are actually behind Bottas now. Bottas has done a sensational strategy. He's now leapfrogged me, Hamilton and Sainz to take a net P2. So we've actually dropped down a position now. Once the grid's set back to the normal order and everyone's pitted, you'll see that it will be Norris, Bottas and me in the top 3. And we've skipped ahead now, and I believe Sainz and Hamilton are both in the pits, and they should be coming out now. We're just going to have to hang tight here and see where they come out on the exit of this corner. And you can see that Hamilton's just ahead of us. He's just ahead of us right now. But what we're going to do, we're going to send it. We're going to absolutely send it round the outside. We've got warmer tyres compared to him. So we actually managed to defend our position against Hamilton, which is absolutely insane. We are actually fighting against him for P2 in the championship. So this is very good news for us. But it's not over. He's applying pressure going into Brooklands and Luffield. But can he do anything? Oh, he's almost made contact with us on the outside there. But I think he actually did. So he's backed off. He's still applying some pressure going into Copse. Oh, we squeeze him, but he's just got too much power. So we're just going to let him through. Oh, no, he's backed off. I don't know why he's done that. Oh, this is unbelievable, guys. Even though I've already done this race, I'm going absolutely mental watching this back. It's just this is just pure class racing, guys. Pure class. You don't even get this in real life Formula 1. So I'm promising you top quality entertainment. Top quality. Okay, skipping ahead to lap 9. We're just on the exit of Beckett's here, and we've just gone wide again. We keep making the same mistakes, and Hamilton's going to capitalise on it. He's going to overtake us for P3 now, and obviously Bottas is ahead in P2, which means that there's 2 Mercs currently sitting on the podium, but we can't allow that. We're going to do exactly what we did on lap 5. We're going to dive bomb it on the inside and retake the position from Hamilton. Hamilton must be screaming under his helmet like, what is going on? Why can't I overtake this guy and take the podium position? It's also the final podium position, which is quite a huge thing. Obviously being on the podium is a big deal. So we've kept our position again, and Hamilton's not going to send it again like he did earlier on in the race, which is good for us. But he's still behind us, and obviously on the village straight here, he's going to have DRS. But we've got enough power battery in our ERS system to get enough acceleration to stay away from him, and we are keeping it ahead. So good job from us. Alright, we're now on lap 11. We're approaching the closing stages of this Grand Prix, and Hamilton, I think, is getting a little bit desperate to overtake us for the final position. We covered the inside going into Brooklands, which means we can squeeze him on the exit, and he has to back off. He has no choice, otherwise we're going to collide. I'm giving absolutely no space whatsoever. I'm completely determined to take this final spot on the podium, especially so I can close the gap towards Hamilton in the championship. Like I mentioned earlier on during this video, we are behind Hamilton in 3rd place in the championship, but we've gone wide going through Copse here, so Hamilton's still behind us. I think the pressure is just amounting to too much for us, and we keep making the same mistakes, but for some reason Hamilton just keeps backing off. And actually Perez is now up into 5th, so I don't know what's happened to Sainz. Maybe he must have got bogged down in the pits or something. But anyways, we set a purple's last sector here on the on the penultimate lap. So now we've started the final lap. All we have to do now is just bring it home. We can't afford to make any mistakes now. And Do we go wide? No, we hit the apex. Good job from us. We've been making a lot of mistakes on that same corner, but we get it right this time. We've got enough ERS to stay ahead of Hamilton, but we're gonna cover the inside because he's charging back at us. He's got DRS. We're still setting some green sector times, which is good. It's very encouraging. It shows that we've got some performance in our tyres still, and it's allowing us to defend well against Hamilton. And this is all we need to keep doing. We just need to force him to take a line that he doesn't want to take, just so we can keep our podium position. But he's going to send it down the inside. No, he's not actually. He thought about it. He's learned from his mistakes from the 2021 British Grand Prix in real life against Max Verstappen. He doesn't want to send us into the barriers and make us suffer from a 51G impact. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Bloody hell, I'm going absolutely mental here. Oh, God. We're still sending... we're still setting some green sector times here, but Hamilton's charging through. He's gonna try go around the outside of Stowe, but no, he's just too far behind. He can't make it now. It's just a few corners left for us until the checkered flag going through Vale and Club, and the penultimate corner here, the last corner, and we've crossed the finish line to take P3. Oh my God, guys! I'm honestly out of breath from commentating this race. That was just unbelievable. Driver of the day, Valtteri Bottas. I think that's very well deserved. He did a phenomenal race. Really good strategy from him, doing a huge undercut. But anyways, here we are. Norris does end up winning the race. There we are on the podium alongside with him. I'm sorry, the avatar looks nothing like me. If you know who I am, that does not look like me. It's a preset, and that's the only Asian looking avatar, drivatar, whatever you want to call it, that there is on the game. So hey, I just went for that one, which means I look like every other Asian driver who drives on this game. But anyways, that's a tangent. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's the end of the video. That's the end of the race. We're just gonna quickly check the standings and the official classification of the race. So here we are, Norris, Bottas and me on the top three. Hamilton, Perez, and yes, that does confirm Sainz was overtaken by Perez. But anyways, we've closed the gap a little bit to Hamilton, but we are still quite far behind. However, Bottas has increased his lead against Hamilton, so for once Bottas might actually become championship. Ferrari still in second. Sainz unfortunately didn't perform too well today for that race. But guys, if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, consider subscribing. I'm going to dish out a lot more videos with sim racing stuff like this, Formula 1, Assetto Corsa. Hopefully I can get Assetto Corsa Competizione working. Unfortunately my pedals are not working on that game for some reason. I don't know why, but once I get all of these technical issues sorted, we're going to increase the amount that we upload, and we're going to increase the variety in our videos. So please guys, if you did enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and if you have any suggestions or feedback that you want to leave, just pop it down in the comment section below. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, by the way guys, this clip right here is my first time driving in a professional go-kart, like an actual race car. So yeah, please don't judge me too harshly, because I know I'm driving like shit. I was very scared because these cars are honestly so fast. Anyways, that is a story for another time. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.